So they said I wasn't gonna do it, but I did it. I got another bike and boom, here she is right there in the flesh. So I finally get to show you guys Bertha. It's my 2021 Road Glide Limited, and I'm gonna give you a lot of the pros and a lot of cons since I've got the bike. Now, so let's go ahead and get straight into it with the motor. I have a Screaming Eagle 131 crate motor in it. A lot of people say, well, gee, you know, I want to maintain my gas mileage and things like that. And for me, gas mileage is super important because I travel long distances. Running 80 to 85, you'll get roughly 220 to 230 miles per tank. I'm not complaining about that at all because it definitely has a lot of power. It's a big motor, high compression. So to be able to squeeze out that amount of miles, I'm not complaining at all. The motor itself has a lot of power for any of your needs, especially on the highway. You're getting ready to pass a semi up or some other cars, or you just want to have a little bit of fun. It gives you just enough without it being unwieldy. It gets hot. The Screaming Eagle 131 motor will get hot if you're sitting in traffic. I caught a lot of traffic when I was coming back home, and I'll tell you, it will fry your leg off. So you might want to do some things to mitigate some of that heat. I know there's some fans and some other type of cooling systems that you can add to the motor to keep it a little bit cooler. Along with my motor, I paired it with an S&S air cleaner and a D&D 2-in-1 pipe, and I promise you, it gives the best sound. That's just my opinion. Another thing I want to show you guys is the lights. Yes, lighting is super important when it comes down to riding on the highways. And I have the Baja Designs LP6 lights on the front and the side markers. These lights are super bright. I mean, almost to the point where, here, dare I say, too bright. It gives me more of a peace of mind that when I'm on the highway late at night that I can see everything. And a lot of people say, well, why you got one yellow, why you have one white? Listen, it's more than just a look. I have the yellow light and I have the white light both combined. The yellow light actually helps with fog. It allows you to concentrate on that road a little bit more than normal. It kind of cuts through it. It allows you to see things that otherwise you probably wouldn't see. Also, with this Baja Design setup that I have on the bike, it gives me a wide field of view as far as my brightness is concerned. I'm literally riding on the highway and I can see directly to the left and directly to the right. They're not projected directly in front of me. It has a wide field of view, and I can definitely appreciate that because I was just riding not too long ago. I saw some deer that I probably would never have seen if it wasn't for that light illuminating them like that. Other creature comforts for the bike, I have the Empire collection by Harley Davidson, which I believe is the best, the most stylish collection that you can get. One of the big things that people have seen on this bike that's a huge change, that's a huge change from my other bike, is the TBar setup as opposed to my traditional pullbacks that y'all see me riding across country on. Now, I will say this. I wasn't a fan of TBar, and right now the jury is still out. Using the TBar setup, one of the pros of it, it gives me an aggressive stance. I can maneuver the bike just a little bit better in traffic, and honestly, it makes me want to just ride harder for whatever reason. Now, the cons to that is that it's not necessarily as comfortable right now. I think I'm gonna change the actual bar out and put something on there that's gonna give me a little bit more pullback. I have Legends on the front and the back, and when I tell you the bike is rock solid, I could throw this bike into a curve at about 80 miles an hour and I would not get any type of wiggle, any type of flex. It's straight and it tracks really well. I have the Revo arcs on the back, and of course I have the front setup as well. One of the sleeper changes that I really like on this bike is changing from the stock Ultra wheel to the Prodigy wheel that you see on your newer bikes. I just think it's a cleaner look, it's a smoother look, it gives it a more sportier look. And I paired it with some Galfa rotors, front and rear, because you can't have one without the other. Transforms the entire look of the bike. With my windshield, I have the Memphis Shades 8.5 inch dark smoke. It has never failed me. It blocks a lot of wind, lifts it right over my head. So if you're looking for a video on that, I have it right here. You can go ahead and click that right there. So what's my plans next for the bike? Honestly, my plans next for the bike is just to simply ride it and get more comfortable with it. All in all, I'm pretty happy with the bike. There isn't much that I would change about it currently. Maybe I might just, modify my T-bar setup a little bit just to give it a little bit more pullback for me so I can utilize my backrest a little bit more. So at the end of the day, did I make the right decision? Hell yeah, I cannot complain about this bike at all. Although there is some drawbacks, minor drawbacks, overall the bike is phenomenal. It handles really well. I can't stand the heat. The T-bar setup can be a little bit more comfortable, but everything else, mwah. But if y'all think of anything I should do to this bike, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you've done to your bike. And as always, your man GQ, leader of the peace. So I'm telling you guys to be safe, be cool, and most importantly, be you, and peace out until we meet again.